Had to pull these from inside my tent. Frosty snowballs. Well, good morning on my 7th day in the Smokies. Look how beautiful that is. That's where I just came from. It's a frosty night. So let's talk about trail conditions today. I call it a hockey rink with a slow-moving stream running underneath it. And I have quite a ways down. And I'm hoping at some point it's not all the sheet of ice. It'll be very slow going on what otherwise I normally would make up a lot of time. That is super sketch on the ice and the snow. Oh my gosh. My meditation skills are really, here's the edge right there. Here's the edge right here. That's where I've come. I could probably manage to do this a lot better if it wasn't snowy and icy right now. See that? I mean, it's so narrow and so slippery. I'm just taking each little section at a time, and then I'm just stopping and calming down. And that's how it's gonna work for a while, I guess, today. This beautiful little stretch where I'm not dangling off a cliff edge on an icy trail. It's slushy, a little slippery in spots, but way more manageable. I'm hoping that a good amount of the rest of my day is like this. And it's not freezing, even though it looks like it. I'm in my t-shirt right now. But, yes, it's a little bit lovely. I was hoping the trail is kind to me the rest of today. Look at that behind me. Is that crazy? It is so pretty. This always just freaks me out a little bit when I saw this little ridge. See, it goes down there and goes down there. And I'm just walking along. But look, I'm recording it for you all. I'm just not paying attention to where the phone is. I'm recording because I have to look down. See, right on the other side of those bushes is no man's land, but holy mackerel, look at that. That is a beautiful view. I just took a break, so I'm not gonna stop here. But wow, 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 wow. Alright, so here's my sign. I'm gonna go to Peck's Corner Shelter, which is not what I wanted to do today because it's 4/10 of a mile off the trail. But it is what it is. I can't make it. I can't make it the 5 miles to the next shelter from here. So here I go, 4/10 of a mile down in the Never Never Land off the AT, just to sleep. Whatever, it is what it is. Here I am at Peck's Corner Shelter. This is not where I wanted to stay. My goal was to make it to Tri-Knob, but with the trail conditions with the snow and ice along those hairy ridges, But here's the privy. And this says it is 4/10 of a mile off of the AT, which you come down that way. And you come down, which means we all have to go up tomorrow. But I think it's more than 4/10 of a mile. And I'm not the only one. So this is the trail down to the shelter, which more looks like a dry riverbed at the moment. Tent camping is not optimal here by any means. I think there's 3 tents out. Everybody else has opted for the shelter just because there's just not a lot of flat areas to put your tent up, and there's not a lot of dry areas to put your tent up. That being said, and far out, there is a water source that you cross. There were notes on far out that said there was a pipe behind the shelter, which there is, but it is quite a steep down. So if I had to do it over again, I would have cameled up before I came to the shelter. So here I am. I know I have not videoed very much of me walking today because it was pretty treacherous trail today, which is why I didn't meet my goal of 12.6. However, I'm very optimistic I will be able to get the 13 done tomorrow. The first less than 5 up to Tri-Knob has some climbs, but nothing crazy. And then after that, we start the downhill descent into out of the Smoky Mountain National Park. Believe it or not, I am 20 miles from exiting the Smoky Mountains. I'm going to get 13 done today and then 7 done tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to turn you around so you can see a little bit of the shelter. So this one does, like I said, have a privy. It does have water if you don't get it on the way in. Tent sites are sparse. And has fair cables. So it has everything that you really need. All right, so there's a tent up there. There's 2 tents they've been able to kind of get in there. And then here's the walking up on the shelter, which is pretty full, and I've been trying to avoid them because of Moro. But there's no tent sites. What are you going to do? I'm just being cautious and careful. But here's the evening view at Peck's Corner Shelter.